Hello and welcome to Shoot the Hostage with me, Sarah, and my partner Dan. We're a movie podcast and we cover 8 films per season on a specific theme. Now, we swear, we chat major spoilers, and we occasionally cover triggering topics, so please do use listener discretion. If you like what we do and want to support us, consider hitting 5 stars on Spotify, or maybe subscribing or even reviewing on your platform of choice. We also have a Patreon with a free tier for lineups and updates, and 2 paid tiers with extra content and early ad-free uploads. Right, on with the show.
Right, so Sarah, I'm going to start with a question for you this week.
Good.
Are you ready?
Rarely.
Immediate quiz off the bat.
No, I don't. Pop quiz?
It's a pop quiz.
Oh
It's a surprise
my God.
pop quiz. I'm going to pop it in there. What does...
Not on air.
What does Waking Fright and the UK's change to the decimal currency system have in common?
I beg your pardon? What does Waking Fright and the UK's... Wait, say that again?
What does Waking Fright and the UK's change to the decimal currency system have in common?
What's the UK's change to the decimal currency system?
Do you remember when we were kids and everyone was going, oh, do you remember the other coins, the old coins?
Oh, yeah,
and we didn't
yeah.
know what the fuck they were talking about, the
Like
old bastards.
halfpennies and stuff, yeah.
It was only like 12 years before we were born. But
Yeah.
it feels like it was like 300 years ago when you're 5.
Might as well have been.
Yeah. So that's what the change is.
Right.
So when did we change from certain coins to other coins?
1971.
Which is the year?
That Waking Fright came out.
Oh, good Lord. Seamless. It's going to be one of those shows, is it?
Yes.
I get the crowbar.
Very much so.
Oh, I was going to ask you, do you know what the first microprocessor... I fucked it up already, didn't I? When was the microprocessor? Espresso machine. When was the espresso machine invented?
Oh, good Lord. That's not your real question.
No, but it's only because I can't pronounce microprocessor, apparently. But I did that
You just did it. Well done.
When did that come out?
1971.
Correct. I'm glad I did the other one, though. Yes, we're taking it back to the 70s again this season for the 3rd time.
Yes. Yeah. Kel Surprise.
Yeah, Kel Surprise indeed. So this is 3 out of 3 for this season, and I shall let you know in due course which one was my favourite.
Oh, I know.
Do you?
Yeah.
Good. Let's pin that. So, brutal 70s, hot, sticky Australian movie.
Drunken.
You
movie. Forgot drunken.
Drunken movie, yeah. Drunken stupor. That's
the
phrase I was thinking about in this movie. Stupor.
Stupor.
So this is a vibe that you really like, because how many Australian movies have we had on a list? I'm thinking of Bad Boy Bubby immediately.
Yeah.
Because there's other things that happen in that movie that you could lay parallels with this.
I was going to say, I thought you were going to say that you could describe as sticky.
Well, yeah. Yeah, there's less incest in Waking Fright.
Yeah, there is.
Which is why, I mean, why did you choose it? There's no incest.
Actually, might as well not bother.
Yeah.
It's not even worth watching.
So why this theme for Waking Fright? And is it something you've been meaning to get to for a while?
Yes. 100% yes. I heard about Waking Fright a number of years ago. I think probably about 5 or 6 years ago, I would say. I was vaguely aware about it. I knew about its infamy as a quote-unquote lost film of Australian cinema. And it sounded really interesting, and people spoke about it really highly. It was almost universally critically acclaimed. So I was pretty keen to get hold of a copy. Did so as soon as I could. It sat on my to-watch pile for longer than I care to admit, but I did get to it. And while I wasn't blown away, there was definitely something about it that drew me in. Like, I think the first time I watched this, I gave it 3.5 stars out of 5. And I acknowledged that it was technically excellent, but it's an ugly film. And that it struggled to win me over because of that. But this was my second viewing of it. And let me just say straight up top, I have bumped it up to 4.5 stars out of 5.
Oh, okay.
So that's quite a jump.
I would say it's about a 20% jump.
Yeah.
Or
You
is
are
it?
you are an accountant.
I don't think that's right, actually, because if you're going back, yeah. Anyway.
Well,
Okay.
if you're taking the percentage from the 3.5, let's not get into that.
Let's say it's gone up 20% very confidently and move on with our lives.
Yeah.
And let someone correct us in the comments.
Okay.
Listen, it's engagement anyway. Let's just say wrong shit.
Let's just rage farm comments.
I don't need to try. I say wrong shit all the time. I am amazed that you didn't hear about this until 5 or 6 years ago. This feels like something that you would have been aware of in your teens and watched as soon as you could. I realised there was some issue with watching the thing for a long time. But all things that I became aware of after having watched this film, because I had never heard of it when you procured it and put it onto the watch pile, which it was when it was there for about 3 years.
Shut up.
It happens.
Don't watch pile shame me.
Listen, all collectors of physical media have hundreds of titles that they haven't ever watched on their shelves, and you fucking know it.
I get round to them all eventually.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's not just about that, is it? Because sometimes as well, the thing that you bought is also on streaming. So you're like, well, I don't need to open it.
Yeah. I'll leave mine in pristine condition and watch it with ads on Netflix as God intended.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense, really.
No.
But yeah, so I wasn't aware of this at all. Wasn't on my radar. Haven't heard of it. My experience with Australian films has increased significantly since you and I have been together.
Yeah.
I'd seen Mad Max. I like that.
Which has some stuff in common with this, in that they were both part of the Ausploitation kind of boom.
Yes.
Both new wave Australian cinema.
A character called Toe Cutter in both of them.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, when was Mad Max? It was 77, I want to say 77, 78. It was definitely the later part of the 70s, but did we watch an interview with director Ted Kotcheff?
Yes.
We did.
I was saying yes to the surname.
Yeah, that's why I was looking for clarification.
Confusing.
But we did watch an interview.
We did, yeah.
Am I right?
You're right. You're
Am I
correct.
right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. Can I get a hell yeah? I
Nah.
don't think I should be saying that. We watched an interview with him, and didn't he say that he's been told by several people that he kicked off that era of Australian movies and sort of re-injected some interest in it, I guess, to tell Australians. It's funny, I don't see this necessarily as a strictly Australian movie. I mean,
which is wild, because in some respects it is the most Australian movie.
It feels weird to say that, and I'll justify that by saying it's set in Australia and it's full of Australian people, and a lot of things that they're doing feels very Australian. Kangaroos live in Australia, don't they? However,
fewer of them now.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But I feel like the central themes of the film are more about humans and specifically men. So yeah. I don't think while it's set in Australia, I don't think it's a strictly speaking Australian story. It just happens to be set there, but it could have been set anywhere, really, if you change a few things.
I agree. I think at the heart of it, yeah, it would be a different movie.
Yeah. Like if it was set in Kent,
entirely different,
it'd be like,
one could say.
Yeah. If it was set in Kent in the UK, like he'll be walking along and just, and then get to a bowling alley and won't be able to escape the bowling alley.
Yeah.
It would be different. It wouldn't be hot and sandy and sweaty and long distances without anything in it. So I guess that's your isolation angle is strictly speaking Australian stuff. But I see that as more of flavour to this than the thing, if that makes sense.
It's part of the structure, but it's not necessarily part of the themes, the core ideas at the heart of this. It's not about Australia, it's just set in Australia. I see what you're saying. Yeah. It also came out, not only came out the same year, but was one of 2 Australian films that screened at Cannes in 71. Can you name the other one? It's another one of my favourites.
No, I cannot.
Walkabout.
I've seen that, I think.
You have? You didn't care for it?
It's got Christopher Sunday in it.
No, yes.
Right. Yeah. No, I was sort of... Yeah. Oh, do I remember it? Not really. I remember there was
That's wild.
some desert and it was hot a bit, I think. Did someone gets lost, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. They go on walkabout. They came out the same year.
Yeah, they both screened at Cannes in
Wow.
71.
Okay.
And neither of them were made by Australians.
Interesting. Yeah, because Kotcheff, he is Canadian.
He is. I'll admit, ever since I heard about this film, watched it for the first time, I'd made the assumption that the director would have been Australian. But how wrong I was.
Australian directors seem to come up a fair amount as well. But yeah, it's funny because I when we watched the interview and he started talking, I was like, he's not Australian. I just assumed,
yeah,
I guess, same as you. But I was very surprised. Obviously went on to have a pretty decent career. Illustrious career. I mean, First Blood is a really good movie. Probably the best one in that, like, best movie. Not my favourite. But it's a good movie. And you can sort of see some similar things from this to that. So similar sort of themes and stuff going on. And of course, and then that led him on later in his career to directing Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, which is stone cold classic.
Yeah, and it's got, again, that's got all of the hallmarks of this, the toxic masculinity, like philosophy, over intellectualizing things and analyzing things, and
nihilism.
All of that stuff is present in that movie as well.
Of course, yeah.
Where they're trying to pretend that a corpse is still alive. Why did I do that?
I've forgotten. It's been a long time since I've seen that. But
I've seen Weekend at Bernie's 2 more than I've seen Weekend at Bernie's.
Same. Yeah, obviously you're being very sarcastic because I don't remember the philosophy or existentialism present in Weekend at Bernie's, but I'm happy to be proven wrong. Drop a comment if I am indeed wrong.
Yeah. When I think about Weekend at Bernie's, to me it's always the dancing corpse movie. But you forget that only happens in the second one.
In fairness, I don't often think about Weekend at Bernie's, so
I do.
You might be alone there.
I watched Weekend at Bernie's 2 all of the time when I was about 13.
It's just you and Andrew McCarthy that spends their time thinking about that now.
Yeah, I'm less bitter about it.
But well, I don't know. You don't seem to care for it as much as the second one, so maybe there is some bitterness there. So we've kind of mentioned already that this was a first time watch for you and that you didn't really know a great deal about it. But what was the experience?
Watching the movie?
Yeah, experiencing this film for the first time. How did you find it?
I thought it was great. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. And I didn't know where it was going to go. I was sort of on the edge of my seat. I did have, I guess, some expectations of what I thought it would be because I know you pretty well. And I was expecting this to be a more horror-leaning thing. I thought when he gets to certain places, and maybe we'll unpack scenes and whatnot, but I thought it was going to go one way. I think I mentioned the word cannibal to you at one point.
Yeah.
So I thought, yeah, we're definitely doing that. And when he meets the copper, I thought, okay, the copper's in on it. So I had that kind of expectation going for it. And when it didn't happen, I wasn't disappointed. I was happy because I didn't know where it was going. And it wasn't until I got to the last, I guess, 20 minutes that I figured out what this movie is about. And I really enjoyed it for that. It's relentless. Do you know, it sort of reminds me, do you remember that Oliver Stone movie, U-Turn? That sort of came and went.
Yeah.
But no one ever talks about it anymore.
Was Jennifer Lopez in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that.
She sat on a car, I think. And Sean Penn is also in that movie.
Okay.
And he probably did something illegal. The character.
Of course.
Obviously. No, I seem to remember that movie is about him getting stuck in this weird town, I think.
Is it a liminal space?
Very confidently, that definitely happens. And also probably liminal space, yeah.
Okay.
Probably. But yeah, I just saw that. That's sort of similar vibes there. And I think I enjoyed that movie. But yeah, to answer your question, I really enjoyed this. Good experience with it. It was difficult to watch in places. It felt like an important movie, really.
Okay.
It felt like it had something to say. It wasn't fluff like we spoke last week about It Follows. And, you know, I don't have the same love for that movie as you do. and that's which is fine.
Yeah,
but
we can disagree.
What I like about this is I feel like everything that I felt was kind of missing from that movie is here. Not necessarily the same thing, but the substance, there's some really meaty, interesting things to think about, and I'm sure there is more in that movie than I give it credit for. But I guess this was just more my speed. So, I guess I was kind of expecting not really to get much out of it, to be honest, or not to get anything out of it. But I didn't think I was going to enjoy it.
Okay.
Because there's been a couple this season that I haven't enjoyed very much, which I expressed last week.
Yeah.
And that's not
predominantly the 70s films.
Yeah. And that's not always a bad thing. Like, you experience things and it helps you with other things. But I was just really pleasantly surprised that I got as much as I did out of this. And I thought it was a good old lark. It was a rollicking good time.
You might be on your own in that opinion.
I don't know what to tell you.
I remember when this finished and you were like, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Are you insane?
Yeah. Another one I thought of was, I think when we got to the end of the movie, I thought Falling Down Under.
Yeah, I like that.
It's similar-ish, I guess. It's not quite the same, but yeah.
Average man driven to his limits.
Yeah.
There are definitely parallels, I think.
Yeah.
But I suspected you may get something out of it, but I'm over the moon that you enjoyed it as much as you did. I didn't foresee that. I tempered my expectations because I know the 70s they don't tend to be your vibe. And specifically this season, obviously talking about Messiah of Evil, which you hated and don't even consider a film.
It's rubbish.
And Picnic at Hanging Rock, of course.
Wait, I didn't get on with that too well either.
No, because it's not about a disenfranchised man.
No, that's not the reason. It's because I danced around a rock for 20 minutes. And what am I meant to do with that?
I don't know, Dan.
What am I meant to do for 20 minutes while they're doing that?
I'm
Just
not
look
here
at it
to
and
give
go,
you all the answers.
No, in this one, we go to a pub, we're getting wankered, we're going to play some snooker, we're going to lose our bags, we're going to get a gun.
We're going to get wankered.
We're going to, yeah.
Shoot some kangaroos, get wankered.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I didn't love the kangaroo part.
No.
That wasn't fun for me. But
good. I'm very thrilled to hear you say that.
That would be weird. I guess that's the intention.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
We will. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely want to circle back around.
So, first question to you, Sarah.
Okay.
When this film, it's not the first question. The first one I asked you was about decimal
you don't need to,
currency system.
Carry on.
When the film starts, we meet John. Is it John? Played by
John Grant.
I was going to say
Gary Bond.
I was going to say Gary Bond, and then I thought it's not Gary Bond. And I was going to say Mark Bond, but I realised that's someone I used to work with. Hopefully he's not listening.
He's actually called Gary James Bond.
Is he really?
He is. Was.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Yeah.
So when the film starts, we see him. He's in a classroom. He's a teacher that's not doing any teaching. It's just quiet. The kids are just sitting there.
Well, in fairness, it was just before the Christmas break. I don't know what you used to do at school before the Christmas break, but we would doss about as well. But I actually really like that scene because there's a couple of really subtle things that kind of clue you into the scenario. Specifically, I'm thinking about the huge range of ages of kids that are in the classroom. There seem to be really little kids all the way up to teenagers, which sort of gives you an idea of how small this place is that he's been stationed at and how frustrated he must be with small town life, which I thought was really a really smart way of doing it.
I didn't notice the age ranges in the kids, to be honest with you. I don't really look at kids.
Good.
But yeah, it struck me that he's not doing much there. I know you say it's before Christmas and you DOS. I guess we did as well, but we didn't sit there in silence. That was a punishment.
Or somebody from the AV club would have wheeled in the chunkiest TV you've ever seen, and we'd get to watch an Asterix movie or something.
I'm sorry, what's an AV club?
Audiovisual.
Oh, right, it does. I know what an AV lead is. But you had an AV club?
Yeah.
Okay. We didn't. I wish we had.
It was quite a posh primary school.
Was it?
Yeah.
That's the difference. See, I was in the dregs of Essex.
Oh, see, my mum taught there, so I went to one further afield
Okay.
Because it was easier for my dad to drop us both off in one place in the morning.
But we did have the big television on the wheels.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
In my area, the television was under padlock. But...
It wasn't on wheels; it was on breeze blocks.
Yeah. Yeah. How did you know? Were you there? Yeah. I guess actually, funnily enough, one of our teachers was a science teacher. Showed us Rambo. Just before Christmas, but we would, they'd wheel in a telly often on the last days, and it was to treat someone, bring in a film or whatever. I bought in a film once, and they turned it off.
Was it RoboCop?
No, it wasn't RoboCop. It was a VHS that had Rick Mail in it, but it was like a drugs awareness thing. And I forget what it was called, but he played all of these different characters, and it was like it wasn't like don't do drugs, drugs are bad. It was like these are what the drugs do to you. And you should be careful with them, but let's have an honest discussion about it. And yeah, they're fun, but be careful.
Yeah, teachers don't like that sort of thing.
No, they weren't a fan of that.
They want the cast of Grange Hill going, just say no.
Yeah. Now I want to go. Why was I talking about Rick Mail?
Let's go back to the movie.
Yeah.
So he's a bonded teacher, which means somebody's sort of stumped up money to finance his education. And as payment, he has to do a stint at a school teaching these kids in the middle of nowhere, which obviously comes up again because that's why he wants to win money to buy his way out of the bond.
So I had no idea. It feels weird to see a Christmas tree when it's really sunny.
I know.
So this is a Christmas movie.
Technically, yeah, the darkest Christmas movie of all time.
Yeah.
Actually, no, Black Christmas. That's pretty dark.
Yeah, it is pretty dark. It's darker than this, I would say. Yeah.
No humans actually die in this movie.
No, they don't.
For all of the gnarly shit that happens, this movie doesn't really have a body count. A human body count,
yeah. Plenty of kangaroos.
Would you consider this a horror film?
Oh, interesting question.
Many people do. I see it more as a thriller.
I guess, like I always thriller's probably right, isn't it?
But I do think it does have elements of horror.
It's in that world, isn't it? It's like I guess the cult status of it, the notoriety of it as well, sort of lends it to that audience a bit more than because you don't really have people how many people do you know whose favourite movie is a thriller? Like it's more of a like.
I think they'd all be dads.
Yeah, precisely. Like it's more of a
ages,
entertainment thing, isn't it?
Ages 55 to 70.
Yeah. So I can I can tell why this has been embraced by the horror community, and I don't know, is it? You tell me. I think
there's a decent amount of crossover.
Yeah,
but I think this is sort of just loved by film fans in general.
I come back to, I guess technically yes. Like if I have to categorize it as that, but yeah, thriller is more appropriate.
I think so. I can see why people would give it the horror tag because. But I can also see why people would be reluctant to, because I know a lot of people sort of expect certain tropes when you think of horror movies. There's nothing supernatural, paranormal. There's nothing, as we said, there isn't a human body count for a start. It's very human based, existentialist horror. Yeah, more than anything, psychological.
Which in some ways is the scariest thing.
Absolutely, this could happen to you.
Yeah.
It's unlikely.
Yeah. I came close once.
Did you?
Yeah.
That time when you were teaching a bunch of ragtag children in the middle of the outback.
Yeah.
Something that I really like about this film that I didn't necessarily appreciate upon first watch is how clever some of the dialogue is and how a lot of it sort of loops back around and becomes relevant again. Like certain lines that appear to be throwaway are actually really meaningful. And I think the first time that occurs to me is when the class divide is highlighted pretty early on. But I think the cab driver that drops John off in, what's it? He's stationed at a place called Tabunda. That's it. He goes from Tabunda to Bundanyabba, also known as the Yabba.
And there's a little building there called Yabba the Hut.
I knew you were going to work that in.
I did. I just find a way.
Oh God. But the cabbie drops him off there, I believe, and says, I'm paraphrasing, but says, he's kind of telling him, don't judge anybody on face value. You've just got to be a good bloke. And I find that to be one of the most important lines in the film, because John kind of isn't a good bloke to these people. He's quite combative. He's quite snooty, initially anyway.
Okay.
I think there's a big class divide that's present in this movie, and I think there's a lot of misunderstandings based on background.
Okay.
Do you agree, or do you?
I think there's I didn't think about class specifically, and I didn't feel like while I didn't really get on with the character, he didn't strike me as a terrible bloke. He just struck me as someone that's a bit misguided and a bit I suppose a bit dismissive of people, but like for me, he's just being a bit rude. Like it's not the worst thing in the world everyone's done. Just go and sit on your own in a pub. And also like he was just trying to have drinks in places and people just bothering him. Like, mate.
But that's kind of what I mean. Like these misunderstandings that constantly happen throughout this film. I think you're right. I can align myself with John because I would just want a quiet drink by myself. Yeah. Thank you.
I wouldn't want to be. I wouldn't want to have his job either. Granted, I wouldn't have gone out there and.
You wouldn't have accepted it in the first place. Yeah.
He seemed like he came from, I guess, a privileged background. He's got those sweet sunglasses, and he was just practiced shooting when he was a boy, which would make me think that he's probably from a more privileged background.
Yeah, there's a lot of nods towards him having some sort of affluent background.
Yeah.
But he's definitely got a bit of an intellectual superiority complex.
I suppose he does a bit, yeah.
Like, I think he definitely sort of looks down on the people in the Yabba and kind of uses language that intentionally like alienates them a little bit, which is a bit of a dick move. But again, I sympathise because I also wouldn't want to drink with these people. So it's difficult. You can sort of see how he gets himself into this pickle.
Yeah.
But on the flip side of that, I also think the locals are their hospitality is aggressive. But I think they are generally trying to be nice for the most part.
Yeah, you get that sometimes, don't you? Sometimes people just urgently want to do a thing for you. And
yeah.
Like, I'm a very, very independent person, as you know, to my detriment a lot of the time. So when someone's so aggressively, I want to do this thing for you, it fucking annoys me. And I'm not saying it's right, but sometimes I'll be wanting to cross the road and a car will stop where there's not a crossing and they'll wave me over and I'll refuse to go. Because I know that they're not meant to do that according to the highway code.
Oh my God.
And also, like, you don't know, there could be another car coming somewhere. And then if I get run over, it's your fault. So my point is that it's really annoying when people try to do nice things for you. And I am seeing a therapist. You mentioned about the dialogue there.
Yeah.
And there's one piece of dialogue that I wrote down, actually. And I think it was, I haven't mentioned him, but Donald Pleasence is in this movie.
Sure he is. Yeah, he's excellent.
Oh, he's amazing, yeah. But I believe it's his character that says the line, "Discontent is a privilege of the well-to-do."
Yeah.
Right. So I really enjoyed that. And it does clue you into a lot of what's going on here, doesn't it?
Well, I think so, yeah. I think the relationship between Doc Tyden and John Grant is probably the most important one in the film.
The most gay one.
It's definitely the most gay one. One-sided, but definitely the most gay.
Ooh, is it though?
Well, we'll never know, will we?
Never know. I don't think it is.
Oh, okay.
I've been thinking about it.
Okay.
Not too
you think
much.
There's some...
I've been thinking about it the exact right amount.
It's not weird, okay? Yeah, there's definitely some repression going on.
Yeah, I think
from
so.
one or both, but interesting. Okay, well, we'll maybe talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, the constant kind of, not constant, but there's several references to philosophy throughout this film.
They keep mentioning Socrates every other line, don't they?
Yeah, well, Doc Tyden mentions Socrates quite a bit. I think he calls him Socrates at one point. John has philosophy books, specifically Plato, I saw in his suitcase. And from a philosophical point of view, you could maybe argue that Doc is like the Socrates of the pairing, because like Socrates was somebody who sort of, I guess, corrupted the youth in Athens, but his whole thing was know thyself.
Yeah.
And he's, out of everybody in this movie, I think Doc knows himself the best and is the most accepting of his true nature. For good and bad.
Yeah, I mean, he's an intellectual. He's a doctor.
He's also a raging alcoholic.
He's a raging alcoholic, but he doesn't drink. He won't touch the spirits. He knows that that's too far, so he's just downing gallons of beer all day, which is fine. I did think to myself, God, what have you done what have you done that's so bad that you don't any longer drink whiskey anymore, that you're not doing right now? I thought that was bizarre. He's cutting off balls off kangaroos, and like, that's just on beer. Imagine if he's
waste
drinking
not
whiskey.
One nut.
But yeah, he is. I definitely agree. He definitely accepts himself. He knows himself. He is very open and very honest about it. And in some ways, that's refreshing, I guess. So you kind of are like, okay, fair enough. You do know what's going on here, and he's accepted it. And he's almost like, if only everybody else would just accept what their true nature is and just get on with it.
Why aren't we all deviants that live in fly-infested shacks and eat kangaroo testicles?
Secretly, everyone wants to live with all of these flies and drink all day, don't they, really, when you think about it? God, I couldn't think of anything worse.
And after 7 years and presumably quite a lot of debt, only practice medicine when you absolutely have to.
Yeah.
Through a haze, a beer-induced haze.
For free.
Yeah. Well, yeah, nobody's paying him for it, are they?
No. No, it's like a barter system they've got going on there, isn't it? It's more like Beyond Thunderdome than any of the other Mad Max movies, really. Yeah, actually, this is more like Beyond Thunderdome than any of this. Is a really clever point. Tina Turner's not in this though.
Well, very few women are.
This is true. There's a couple. There's three. There's three ones prominent.
I can think of Jeanette, obviously.
Yep.
There's a barmaid.
Okay.
Barmaid's a very gendered term. Can I unsay that? Can I Control-Alt-Delete that? There's a lady behind the bar.
Barkeep.
Barkeep, sure. Who's the third?
Well, I was thinking of where's Robin? He's imaginary or real?
I mean, she's effectively a photograph and a dream sequence. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not clear. I'm not sure that she exists. But,
or perhaps she's an ex that he's refusing to let go of. Or
yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe. Also, the hotel receptionist, who is very normal and loves just rubbing water all over her
in front of a fan
because it's hot.
Yeah, it's like the hottest place imaginable.
So that's 70s air conditioning, I guess. Fair enough. Sometimes I freeze a bottle of water and put a fan behind it.
Exactly. You've got to do what you've got to do.
You've got to do what you've got to do. Yeah. Yeah. So there's not many women in this. And what's this film, if anything, saying about those characters?
Not a great deal. I mean, I would say the only thing. I mean, well, the woman who's behind the desk in the motel/hotel and the woman who works in the pub, they're just in servitude roles, so they almost don't count as characters.
What about Jeanette?
Jeanette's a strange one. I don't necessarily know what the film's trying to say about her other than her being a bit of a victim of circumstance. Obviously women had fewer rights 50 years ago, 55 years ago. Holy shit. That's a long time. And I struggled to kind of place her age. She's described as the adult daughter of, is it Tim?
Sure.
The guy who adopts John at the pub and
the guy with the hat and the socks
yells at him to down his drink. One of many people who does that. Yeah, so I get the impression she's sort of, I don't know, late 30s maybe, mid to late 30s. I'm unsure.
Okay.
But just a bit stuck in this, well, there's no wife or mother. She's kind of conspicuously absent. So it seems like Jeanette's kind of had to adopt that role. She seems to look after her dad and his friends. She seems a bit stuck. She kind of gravitates towards any man who shows an interest as long as she thinks they can help her escape.
Okay.
It seems like she wants out of Bundanyabba, which to me is sort of why she turns away from John when she realizes that he's kind of succumbing to the place.
Okay, right.
I don't know. That's my take.
Interesting.
What about you?
Well, I was struggling to figure out what the film was saying about the Jeanette character, but I did enjoy her character. I thought it was, again, sort of unpredictable. It felt like
it's just a bit of a change of pace.
She definitely didn't want to be there.
She seemed miserable,
and she's fed up with all of these wankers hanging, like pushing each other around. Like they all secretly want to get off of each other. Just fucking do it. So she's fed up of that, and then she's probably getting groped and all of that stuff. There is a kind of a contradictory, like the way that I feel like her life plays out at that point is different to how it's described later on by Doc. So,
but we've only got his side of things.
So I don't know where to stand on that. So she's a bit of a mysterious character. But I was also more thinking about the Robin. She's not really a character. Does she even have any dialogue? He just remembers her in a dream or whatever and imagines her on a beach in a swimming costume with a beer between her boobs, which made me think of the Breakfast Club. The teacher's got that picture of the scantily clad woman holding a toolbox or something,
right?
A big old fucking drill or whatever it was. It made me think of that.
Men.
Yeah. But I don't know, like it's almost like it's such a cliched hyper masculine view of what a teenage boy might imagine that they want from a relationship or whatever. So that's what makes me think that she's not necessarily, I don't know if she exists. And if she does, is she his partner? I don't think so. I don't know, like the more I thought about it, the more I think that he has repressed homosexual feelings and he's not acting on that. So everything that we see is a lot, well, not everything, maybe not everything, but a lot of what we see is him trying to go the other way. Like, let's be hyper masculine, let's shoot things, let's get really drunk. Just before he's with Jeanette in the outside in the dark, and they're about to get it on, and he throws up on her. Like, I don't know
how much of that is drunkenness and how much of it is potential disgust because he doesn't want to go through with it. Yeah.
So I don't know. I was talking about the female characters, and then I went straight into how they make the male characters look. It's not great on my part. But it's a big old sausage fest, this movie, isn't it?
It is. That's what it's about.
It's about silly men, isn't it?
I think so. It's definitely about toxic masculinity and the ways in which that's used as a bit of a salve to mask the true self, and the ways in which it can be really harmful and detrimental, not only to yourself, but to those around you.
Yeah.
Definitely. We have to talk about the drinking in this film. I don't think I've seen another film like it in terms of just the relentlessness of the boozing. And I'm including stuff like Sideways and Another Round.
Well, I mean, it's not strictly booze, but Fear and Loathing comes to mind.
Yeah. I mean, alcoholism's been portrayed quite a bit in cinema. Like, there's at least two of the versions of A Star Is Born the two that I've seen focus pretty heavily on stuff like that. There's Denzel's character in Flight, is it?
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of films that kind of deal with addiction, but this sort of it doesn't, to say it seeks to normalize it sounds like I'm pointing fingers at the film, and I'm not. I'm absolutely not. But to the characters, it's really, really normal. To everybody but John, this is just their day-to-day. It's not seen as, like in Another Round, it's an experiment that they do. Whereas this is just every day. It's just another day that ends in Y. And even, I've read some stories about, I think the guy who plays the cop, who Chips Rafferty, in his final film role, apparently. The cop who sort of takes John under his wing, the 2-Up game.
Heads or tails?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about that maybe. I don't know. That's a confusing game. Like, should be the most straightforward thing imaginable, but it was the betting that was confusing me. That was chaos, but I guess that was intentional. But even Chips Rafferty was insisting on drinking real beer on set, to the point where Ted Kotcheff apparently switched it out for non-alcoholic beer, but he saw through it immediately and said, no, I've got to be drinking real beer. So he was having up to 30 pints a day.
Wow.
On set.
That's crazy.
How can you act through that?
No, I couldn't. I couldn't do anything after 3-4 pints. I'm drunk after 4 pints. I'm drunk enough. And I'm fine with that because I'm a cheap date.
Yeah. Yeah, 30. And I know there was some confusion over the measures, but I did look this up. Apparently they had what's known as midis or schooners. I'm guessing midis were the smaller that look like half pints, and schooners were the full drinks.
Schooner is a pint, is it? Or is it more than a pint?
I didn't write down the exact measurements.
Okay.
They're not equal to a pint and a half a pint. No, they're slightly different.
Schooner feels like the most Australian word for a thing.
Do you reckon?
Yeah,
I think midi.
Do you?
Midi. Yeah. Schooner just makes me think of mole rats.
Okay.
Schooner is a sailboat. Yeah.
It's been 25 years since I've seen more rats, I think. No, maybe not. Maybe it's, who cares?
Kevin Smith cares. Actually, no, he probably doesn't. He doesn't even like that movie.
Does he not?
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, just the drinking as plot device is really unusual.
Yeah.
And it sort of makes me feel like the Australians kind of treat beer like the Brits do tea. Like, any problem you've got, just have a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Whereas any problem you've got in Bundanyabba, you're shouted at aggressively to down your beer immediately and have another.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird because on the one hand, they're being quite friendly, but the manner in which they're doing it is terrifying. And I sort of love that dichotomy. It backfoots you a little bit. And I think that's where a lot of the uncertainty that you talked about comes from. Because it's hard to guess anybody's true motivations.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know what was going to happen. And I love that about it.
Let's talk about some notable scenes then. We've touched on the elephant in the room, and we have to swing back.
I didn't see the elephant. Did they shoot it?
They did, yeah.
Probably.
Cut off its testicles, ate them. We have to circle back and talk about the kangaroo scene.
Yeah, we will.
This was, I think I warned you about this well in advance.
Oh, we're talking about it now?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, that's the elephant. The kangaroos are the elephant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that whole scene, because the first time I watched this, I think to be honest, that is the thing that massively influenced my 3.5 stars the first time around, because it was so unpleasant to watch. It felt like it went on for about half an hour. And actually on second watch, I was really surprised that it was over and done in about, I don't know, I want to say like 8 minutes maybe. But to me, the first time, it felt like it was a major set piece, and that it really dragged because it was so unpleasant. Did I prepare you adequately?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I mean, I knew there was going to be some nasty stuff in it. And we've watched films with nasty stuff in it before, and it's unpleasant. So I'm just sort of, I'm prepared for it.
It's funny though, because do you know what? I was thinking about this while we were watching it. I've seen a lot of controversial movies over the years. I'm a huge horror fan. Obviously, I've seen some fucked up shit, but nothing gets to me the way this does. And I'm including stuff like Cannibal Holocaust, I would take the somewhat edited, the more modern, slightly edited version of the turtle scene.
Have I seen that one?
No.
Okay.
No, you'd remember. But I would take that over watching the kangaroo scene in this movie. I would take the rabbit being skinned in Necromantic over the kangaroo scene in this film.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. Nothing really compares to it. And I think...
Is it how long it is or
it is quite drawn
amount?
out. And I think...
Is it the way that it's depicted?
I guess in Cannibal Holocaust, the animals... I can't remember fully because I have repressed most of my memories of that.
I think I have seen it. Now you're describing... I'm thinking... I think I have seen it, you know.
Okay.
They go to an island.
Yeah. And
then isn't it like they're making a documentary or something? But
it's a film crew that goes missing.
Yeah. I think I've seen it.
We watched a YouTube video about it.
Did we?
So maybe you're conflating the two. But they don't... They sort of kill the animals and then toy with them. Whereas in this, I mean, even the filmmakers struggled with it on set because obviously the kangaroos were killed for real. They followed a real professional hunting crew during what they called a kangaroo culling, which is weird because they're sort of more threatened these days, but I guess they were more overpopulated
because
back
everyone's
then.
fucking shooting them.
Well, yeah, quite. But yeah, so they tailed them to get the footage, but they said because the hunters were drinking, as the characters would have been, they started to miss. They started to become worse. And so a lot of the kangaroos were kind of injured, bleeding heavily. They detailed like entrails hanging out. It was horrifying. And they had to orchestrate a power failure to end it early because they were struggling with it so much.
Yeah.
Which I think sort of speaks to how vile it is. And I think but to me, the difference is just allowing them to suffer. Like shooting them, but not killing them, and just seeing them hop around all bloody. That is... Look, I'm a soft-ass vegan. I don't want to see this anyway. I don't want to think about it. But when you're presented with it and it's real and it's a thing that happened, it's so disturbing. And I think the thing that affected me the most is that they're so fucking gleeful in their barbarism. Like when they're sort of... Some of the staged parts after, when I can't remember the guy's name, but one of the characters effectively has a fist fight with a kangaroo. And then slightly later on, John sort of has to clumsily stab one to death.
Yeah.
They were like smiling. They were so happy about it. And that's what makes it extra disturbing to me. I'm guessing you have less of a frame of reference for that sort of stuff because you don't watch the fucked up shit that I do.
No, I don't. I feel like I've justified that many times, so I won't go into why. But I think with this film, I think the important thing is how did they arrange for this footage to be filmed? Because I know I was thinking about Apocalypse Now, right? And there's a part in that
the cow
where they decapitate a buffalo, right? And my understanding of that was it was something that happens, it's going to happen, it's going to continue to happen. So Coppola was just, let's point a camera at it. I have less of a problem with that because if you can't change it, then why not use it for something? Use it to, I don't know. You could argue either way on it, I suppose. But I think with this one, my understanding is that these hunters go out anyway, and they were just like, can a film crew tag along, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that right? It wasn't like they hired hunters specifically.
Oh, no, they were doing it anyway.
Yeah, that's for me, that's key. If the film is employing people specifically to do this, they wouldn't have been doing it, then I have a big problem with that. But if someone's already doing it, and I'm going to be clear, I don't agree with killing anything. I just don't think that you should. But people do it anyway. doesn't matter what I think, it happens anyway. So why not use it to make your point? And I think it sort of works in this film, and it's sort of, I think it's an important scene. I think it needs to be in here.
Do you?
I do. I think you need that. I think it's missing quite the barbaric nature that you need, because that's where they end up. They, in a drunken stupor, they're becoming barbaric and reverting to their simplistic selves and enjoying debauchery, violence, and sex. And it doesn't get more basic than that. And I think that that's what this film is about, really. About some people who claim they're embracing their true nature, and that there may be some truth to that. But also, like, you don't have to do those things. You could just.
Do you think? Okay, here's a question for you, and this might be a bit too deep for a movie podcast that primarily sells itself on dick jokes. But do you think that violence is in men's true nature then? I think violence is in everyone's not true nature. Let me rephrase. I don't think it's in a true nature. I don't think that's like a baseline, everyone is violent, but I think everyone has the capacity. Yeah, that's not what I mean. I don't mean does everybody have the capability, because I would be inclined to agree with you.
Yeah.
When we're talking about primal instincts.
Primal is where I'm coming from, yeah.
Do you think men are violent?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. But I think it just comes from,
repression.
Literally.
Not going to therapy.
No, I'm talking about like going out and hunting animals, like when you had to. Like you had to have a violent nature.
That's not what I'm talking about though.
Okay, but that's where the
necessity's not.
But that's where thing. But that's where that comes from. It came from there. And you can't, just because you and I are vegan now, it doesn't mean that those things have just gone away. It just means that you and I ignore them. And I'm not saying I'd have no desire to go out and kill an animal. I don't. But if I had to, I probably could.
I don't know. You don't like cats.
But yeah, not true nature, but I believe, primal. I think, it's pretty clear to me that men specifically are violent.
Then why are we the ones who are termed too emotional to be in charge?
Which is crazy.
It is. It's not.
Yeah.
We're not going to go around.
I'm not saying that.
Shooting kangaroos if we're left in charge. Anyway. Again, probably a bit too deep for this, but
no, I did. Obviously, I wouldn't say that I liked the scene because it made me feel very uncomfortable, and I didn't like it.
That's kind of what I'm getting at. Outside of sort of justifying its existence, which I'm sort of on board with. I think I side with Ted Kotcheff in that it needed to be in the film. He's also a vegetarian as well, so I guess that's what I mean. Like, how did it make you feel?
I felt uncomfortable watching it, but I felt like I couldn't. I sort of wanted to look away, but I felt like I shouldn't, because these animals have died, and the fact that they've filmed it, and again, they would have met their demise either way, whether the camera's on them or not. But yeah, I almost felt like I couldn't look away because I felt important to watch it, and I felt like me being uncomfortable with it was the point. So I thought to look away would be doing it a disservice in a way. So I was very fixed on it. I was very consciously like, this, I don't like this, but I'm going to watch it and I'm going to let it make me feel uncomfortable.
I did that. I had that experience on my first viewing. Second viewing, I looked away.
Yeah.
Well, I've sat through this once.
You know what once you know, it's fine.
Yeah.
Maybe I would on second viewing.
Yeah.
I know I would watch this again.
I was just about to ask you. That's interesting. I definitely could not have predicted that.
Double bill with Fear and Loathing.
Oh God. You'd have to end with Fear and Loathing.
You would, yeah. There's some dark shit in that as well. But
there is, yeah. Different type.
Oh, we've spoken about that before.
Yeah.
I forgot that we even covered that one.
We did.
Oh.
It was a good show. So, are there any other specific scenes that you want to talk about before we come round to the end?
Probably, but I can't think of any off the top of my head. I feel like there's loads that I want to speak to that we haven't got to, but I can't think of it at the moment.
Well, I mean, so the kangaroo scene sort of serves as the centerpiece of the movie, I guess. And then at the end of that night, they wind up back at Doc's shack.
Throwing chairs at the pub.
Well, they destroy the pub, but then Doc and John end up back at his fly-infested hovel. with the outside toilet that's somehow worse. Thank God they didn't show us that.
Yeah, knock it down.
And then we get the weird sort of tussle fight and the fade to black. And then we sort of have to fill in the blanks when John wakes up and Doc's in some sort of tank top and John's doing his pants up. And I'll be honest, like, I am able to read between the lines. I'm able to kind of pick up what movies are putting down 9 times out of 10. But I did have to Google, like, did they? General consensus is yes. You picked up on that before I did, perhaps.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, when they're rolling around wrestling, they sort of, their faces are about ½ inch away from each other. Now
kiss.
And whenever there's 2 people that close, you just go, just have a little kiss.
Yeah.
Just do that.
Yeah.
So I thought that, yeah, obviously.
Don't be cowards. Make it gay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But how did you interpret that?
I sort of didn't really at the time.
Okay.
At the time, I didn't really think to. It's not until after watching it that I've thought about it in context of the whole film.
Okay.
And now that I've given it some thought, my feeling is that maybe something did happen there. Like, he's got wildly drunk. I'm more on the side of consensual.
You are, right.
Yeah. I think he's wildly drunk. I think he's got some he's repressing something. And I'm thinking that he's got really wankered and he's let himself go a bit. And that's my take on it. But I understand that, and I think we spoke briefly about it, that you could argue that there was perhaps some assault on a doctor's part, right?
That's how I read it.
Donald Pleasence.
Yes. In his horrible little singlet.
What's a singlet?
It's what the Aussies call like a vest.
Right.
Wife beater.
Wife beater, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't, yeah, but I understand that some people think that possibly it was not consensual. Or that something had happened, but it wasn't consensual.
Yeah. That's kind of how I read it, because Doc definitely seemed like the aggressor. He'd already talked about his sort of deviant sexual proclivities.
Oh, yeah. So it's about Jeanette, wasn't he? As well?
It's not like a total stretch.
Yeah.
He was definitely the one that would have initiated it.
Well, it would have been a total stretch if they didn't use the correct lubrication, Sarah.
Oh, God. We don't need to get into the nitty gritty. How do you feel about the director's choice to leave that as ambiguous?
I think it works in the film. I think I don't know. Because I didn't think about it too much at the time, but now I have thought about it within a wider context of the film. It's almost more rewarding in a way than if we'd have just seen them. I'd have been, oh yeah, okay, so he's gay, which is fine, and he's repressing it, and so I almost feel like it makes it more interesting. But I don't know whether that was a creative choice or whether it was just because it was the 70s and they couldn't do it for whatever reason. They can show animals being gunned down, but they can't show 2 men kissing, Sarah.
Well, we did get a John Grant full frontal.
We did see some dick.
We did.
Yeah.
Not just kangaroo.
No. Didn't see Donald's dick though, did we?
We didn't. I'm quite grateful.
I don't know. I'm curious. I bet he's got had a massive dong.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Donald Pleasence.
He's got big dick energy, hasn't he? Out of proportion. He's a small man. What did you say?
Dongled.
Dongled Pleasence. Donald Pleasence. That's also his porn name, isn't it?
Yeah. He might crop up again this season. You never know.
I hope he does in a couple of episodes' time.
I think that also sort of lends weight to the parallels between the Greek philosophers, because they were all fucking each other.
Right. Yes, they were.
The ancient Romans, the ancient Greeks, their sexuality wasn't even a spectrum.
No.
They would just any hole's a goal.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't it just like, well, you just fuck?
Yeah.
But who do you fuck? I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. I mean, well, yeah. Whenever you say Greek philosophy, my brain always goes, a Greek philosopher once said, naughty, naughty, very naughty. And now I can't get it out of my head. So
well, that says more about you.
I had to purge it so I could continue with the conversation.
Cheers.
Yeah, sorry.
And then we get that super uplifting scene.
Which one?
Where, well, exactly. There are so many to choose from. So John tries to escape he has this consensual, non-consensual tryst
Oh,
with Doc.
is it after then that
he tries to get a ride to Sydney?
Yeah. Trading a gun for a lift.
Ends up back in the Yabba. Because it's his personal purgatory. Why did he think he'd be able to leave? And then he ditches his books at that point, like kind of just succumbs to who he is in Bundanyabba, and makes his way back to Doc's shack with the intention of killing him.
I think so. I don't know why.
Well,
I guess because of perhaps the earlier event, whatever happened.
I think you could read it either way. I think it could be the very literal sort of, this guy perhaps took advantage of me in my weakened state, I'm going to shoot him. But I prefer to look at it as, this is who I'm going to be if I don't do something about it. Because you could almost view Doc as like future John. Like the intellectual who's succumbed to his baser instincts and is stuck in this dusty dead-end town and is seemingly happy about it. And John doesn't want that.
I like that take, because he obviously, if he went there to kill Doc, who he sees as potentially where he could end up, so you could see it as a way of him
trying to break free,
denying that potential future. And when Doc's not there, he turns the gun on himself. So either way, with that take in mind, he's sort of killing himself in a way. I do like that take, but he does turn a gun on himself and does a terrible job. His
aim, like
he's got a silver medal for shooting.
I know. It's not gold though, is it?
No, exactly.
There were only two people competing. But
there's only one winner in sports, and then there's everyone else.
But I do love that, just because it kind of brings us back to what Chips Rafferty was saying at the start of the film about when John was asking him, does anybody ever leave? And
why don't leave, mate?
Yeah.
I don't bloody leave, mate.
And he says people kill themselves sometimes.
Yes, he does. I'd forgotten about that.
So I think by that point he's like, this is it, guys. This is my only way out.
And he makes a joke about it at the time, doesn't he? It's something along the lines of, oh yeah, it's understandable, isn't it? That's what he's getting at.
Yeah.
Which I thought was funny. Yeah. He's a bit of a prick, isn't he?
John?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a bit of, but like, it's not the worst. He's just a bit rude.
He's a bit of a snob. He thinks he's better than these people.
But that's what he thinks that he is, but he's not. And that's what's satisfying to me.
Nobody's better than anybody else,
no, of
really.
course not.
Well, we're all better than Elon Musk and Nigel Farage, but that's a separate conversation.
Yeah, there's the whole world, and then there's Elon Musk and Nigel Farage.
Yeah.
Hopefully they just fuck somewhere in a room and get over whatever it is. I don't want to see it. Make it in seal the room in concrete and dump it into the North Sea, and then they can get to fucking, and then hopefully when they emerge, they'll be normal. They won't be normal human beings. They'll still be wankers.
Yeah.
But at least maybe they'll have got out some of their aggression and repressed homosexuality.
They'll come out waving rainbow flags, and the world will be healed.
Yeah, just like MJ Bland.
And Donald Trump will hear about this and immediately have a McDonald's-induced heart attack. And all our problems will be solved.
Dream, 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 dream.
We can but hope.
When I awake. Oh, Lord. I think more people should watch this movie. I think they should watch this movie.
That's a hot take.
Yeah. This is good.
It is good, isn't it?
This was good. Yeah, this was really good. I kept thinking about Deliverance as well. I kept thinking about Christopher Walken.
Okay.
I think with the heads or tails scene, and it's a bit different to shooting yourself in the head, I guess, which is what they're doing.
Grazing yourself.
Yeah, in the head. Grazing slightly, causing some damage, and then you're in hospital for some unspecified amount of time. I don't know why I kept thinking about Deliverance. It was mostly that scene, I think, but I guess also thematically some of it, losing your mind, maybe reverting to more primal instincts. Like there's some similarities there.
Friction with the locals. I think there's quite a few parallels.
Yeah.
Possibly unwanted man-on-man sexual encounters.
hang on, which one's Deliverance? Have I gotten this wrong?
Are you thinking of the Deer Hunter?
I mean, a Deer Hunter.
When you said Christopher Walken, I was confused. I was like, does Dan think Christopher Walken's in Deliverance?
I haven't seen Deliverance. That's
Right,
the funny
okay.
thing. And we watched Deer Hunter like 6 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was pretty recent.
And I already think it's called Deliverance. The problem is they both start with a D.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Fewer banjos in the Deer Hunter.
Right, okay. I do need to see a Deer Hunter though.
No, Deliverance.
Deliverance. Fuck. Do we own it?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm going to leave you. If you blind buy, I'm going to leave it to you because
Okay.
I'll buy the wrong fucking movie. I'll buy a Deer Hunter.
Yeah, we'll end up with 17 copies of the Deer Hunter.
Yeah. It'll be the first time I've done that.
So, I think that's about it. I think we've talked
covered
each
it,
other's
haven't we?
ears off about Waking Fright.
Yeah, we unpacked it enough, I think.
And I'm just genuinely so stoked that you got so much out of it. I
Yeah.
really didn't see that coming.
Yeah, me too. I didn't see it coming either. It was a nice surprise, and it's sort of rare, really, to have that experience. So when
Yeah.
it happens, I really enjoy it.
Mm.
I know I sort of try to go in with no expectations, but it's hard. Like sometimes I just can't help it. And I think in some ways maybe my expectations helped in this case because I thought it was going to go one way and was like, oh, cool, we're not doing that. That's good because I've seen that 100 times before. This I've never seen before. So I was really happy with that. Glad it exists. Glad it's on the shelf. And
Glad it kickstarted the once dead Australian cinema revival.
yeah.
And I never want to drink again.
No, it's not a great advert for Jameson's, is it?
It's an hour and 45-minute hangover.
Like the movie The Hangover.
Nope.
What else has this got in common with the movie The Hangover?
What are we doing next week,
Mike
Dan?
Tyson is in this. Mike Tyson is in the movie The Hangover.
He is.
Next week we're gonna do another movie, Sarah, aren't we?
Yeah.
Do you know which one we're doing?
I do, for a change.
Okay.
We're going to cover Annihilation.
Yeah, we're dipping our toe back into the Garland pool.
We are.
For the second or third time. Second, I think.
Second. Second.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's that and Deliverance.
Uh-huh.
There's 2 Garland movies we covered. Yes, Alex Garland for the penny. The penny episode next week, Sarah. Last one. Second to last episode.
It's gone by too fast.
It's gone by really quickly. But it is a good movie next time. It's another good one. So I know that for me, the next 2, I'm in safe hands.